He's talking about an international bailout, ladies and gentlemen. Joining me now is Victor Davis Hanson, Hoover Institution senior fellow. Now, Victor, Walt Disney made sure Disneyland was a success before he launched Disney World. Biden's Build Back Better plan went up in flames at home. Now he wants to export it to the rest of the world. How does this make any sense, Victor?
It doesn't, Raymond. It's sort of the new Green Deal on steroids and Obama's apology tour and the Davos globalism all in one. I mean, the premise is we exploited these countries by buying their natural resources, so we owe it to them. If you read what he said almost a year ago in June when he first floated the idea,
right?
And we owe it, and the obvious question is, okay, well, let's develop the oil we have at home and the precious metals and minerals and the timber that we're not using, and we can do it more ecologically sound than anybody in the world. People of North Dakota, Texas, Alaska, they're geniuses. Let's use them. And then, we're printing $2 trillion. So the idea is that let's print some more money for people overseas that are dysfunctional societies, and let's not spend it here at home. And then you think, okay.
Victor, we looked into this thing. I mean,
the bill. It's gimmick of the week. They have a rendezvous with the disaster in November, and one day it's Putin did it, and then the next day let's cancel all student debt, and now let's build back, as you said, build back the world better because we tried it at home and nobody wanted it. And maybe these guys are not so smart as we are.
We looked into this, Victor. This Build Back Better World initiative was something the White House agreed to in June of 2021. It's global leaders pledging to satisfy the infrastructure needs of these low to middle income countries. They claim that a $40+ trillion infrastructure need is in the developing world, and we, the United States, is supposed to fill the gap. How is this possible, Victor?
It's not. That's why we have 11.5% inflation, wholesale price inflation, because we're printing money that we don't have, and it's bad enough when we're doing it to give to Americans, and now we're going to give it to other people, and to justify it, we're going to make us feel guilty that somehow, sometime, somewhere, we exploited them, so we owe it to them to build their infrastructure, which they can't do. I got a better idea. Why not just send them all over here and follow a timber guy in Alaska or a fracker in Texas, and they can show you how to develop resources very environmentally sound, or a trucker in Alabama. We've got all the talent here. Bring people over on an interim program, and they can see how to develop their infrastructure and their natural resources efficiently and environmentally correct.
Build Mentorship Back Better World Initiative. Biden seems pretty confident, though, Victor, about our global standing. Watch this.
The United States is in a position to outcompete the world once again. We have an incredible opportunity ahead of us. We still face tremendous challenges. But if we can keep coming together, there's simply no limit. I mean it. No limit to what we can achieve.
Victor, we have the highest inflation in 40 years. We're broke, but Biden wants us to spend money internationally on, and I'm going to read from the Build Back Better World Initiative, climate, health security, and gender equality on a global scale. How is this possible?
You know what it is, Raymond? This is the civilian version of the disaster in Afghanistan. We turned over a $1 billion embassy, $400 million refitted best air base in Central Asia, and $70 billion of weapons, and we couldn't do anything, but we did have the pride flag and with the George Floyd murals and gender studies at the University of Kabul. And so that's what it's all about, this narrative, a woke narrative, not backed by any reality or any competence or any wisdom. And so it's pathetic, and they have a rendezvous with a reckoning, and everybody that's watching us, you, Raymond, tonight, knows it's coming, and Biden knows best of all what he's done. They had the Congress, they had the presidency, they had everything, all the institutions, and they gave us hardcore socialism, and they're going to pay for it, and they're coming up with gimmicks, and it's pathetic. It's pathetic.
Well, Victor, I thank you for your insight tonight. No one else reported on this Build Back Better World initiative or our opening story. I thank you for putting it in context. Have a wonderful Easter.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.